Hello, hello everyone. It's Kathy with Paper Phenomenon. I feel like it's been a long time that I've been on video or recording a video. So hello, hello, and welcome on in to Paper Phenomenon. So we've got lots to cover in this weekly recap. This weekly recap will encompass 3 weeks because I've had quite a busy 3 weeks. First thing is first. The most important thing is that the Black Friday sale has begun. It is going to run all the way through Christmas. All right, there will be 60% off on all digital products. So I know you guys have those wish list items, so be sure to pick them up. All right, this is the best time to check off your wish list items and pick those up at the most discounted price of the year. All right, this is the lowest discount you will have. I will not go below 60% off. I started my sale early so you guys can take your time with buying those things. It helps the pocket a lot when you don't have to do a big chunk all at one time. If you have a few things on your list, if you have one thing on your list, then pick it up when you're ready and take advantage of that price. So, we have lots of wonderful questions. So this video is going to be broken up into several parts. All right, so we're going to get right into all of the fun updates and what's been going on here at Paper Phenomenon. So Dr. E has a lot for me to cover, but I figured we can get into the questions first because I know how much you guys love those. And we have quite a few questions. And again, I'm going to answer a few questions here, and then there'll be part 2, part 3, and possibly part 4 to get through all of these questions, and the videos will be super duper long. So the first question comes from Terry. She says, "Hello, Kathy. Thank you for starting your Black Friday sale early. Yay. My question is, do you have an album, a mini album, moving parts, or folio for the dog lover paper? Thank you. Yes, I do, darling. Hold, please." All right, so I've got the dog lover paper here. You can get this digital or in the printed form. And just let me show you how adorable this is. So absolutely super cute, guys. So it's got this really nice vintage flair to it. All sorts of doggy things incorporated into these designs. Just really, really stinking cute. Now I want to get to these embellishments very quickly. Look at this. Look at this dot. How cute. And this is why I'm going to pick the projects that I picked for you. Okay. So depending on, look at this. Look at this. How adorable. You get various dog, their coat colors, and just all sorts of cuteness. But these embellishments scream to be put on the edge of something, right? You get your pocket cards, all that good stuff, and then some really fun goodies here to cut out and to embellish with. So, depending on how you take your photos is which one of these I would pick. So this is Hybrid Folios June, if I'm not mistaken, and all of this will be linked down in the description box below. All right, so Hybrid Project 365 June. And this one I love because if you take photos with a combination of your phone or then older photos like with a camera, you can put your photos in here in both the landscape and the portrait. So this one lends itself to landscape and portrait style photos in this little area here. And you can fit a lot of photos in here, okay? A lot. And I'll do a quick flip through because I want you to see, but you know, not take up too much time. Look at this pocket here for, again, landscape and portrait style photos. So this paper collection is called Dapper King, and it's also available in my shop. This is a Paper Phenomenon collection. And again, Hybrid Folio June or Project 365 June. All right, so this is one of those yearly projects that I did that there was a paper collection for each month. That's Project 365. Then you mentioned moving parts. So I thought about moving parts style 5, and this one I think is 3, style 3. Okay, style 3. And the reason why I thought of this one, if you have more photos that are more portrait oriented, then this one would be a good one. And you can fit the really nice oversized embellishments here on the edges of the page. This album lends itself to that sort of design. You can also fit larger photos, crop those photos down. And if you have all of these photos on your phone, you can easily achieve that look with this project. All right. And of course, it's friendly to both the portrait and the landscape photo, but the embellishments are what play the big showstopper in this piece right here. Okay, I think my head is shrinking. My mic is falling off. What is going on? Is this possible? And then also style 3 lends itself again to embellishing. So these hybrid folios that I showed you, they're really designed for photo and paper, not heavy embellishments. Can you put embellishments in there? Absolutely. But it takes away from the design of this, which is all about the photo here. Here in these moving parts ones, yes, they're for photos, but the fact of the matter is that my embellishments are the main showstopper in these projects. So if you want to have that really nice balance between photo and embellishment, then moving parts are definitely for you and are more portrait style photo friendly. When you get to the inside, they become more conducive to both the portrait and the landscape photo. All right, so just a little food for thought, and you can pick these all up now. 60% off, and this paper collection is darling if you haven't picked it up yet. It is called Dog Lover. All right, in the shop. Great question, Terry. Let's move on to the next one. The next question comes from Christine. She says, hello, Kathy and team. I love the new SVG bundles. My thanks to Jane for all of her hard work. I was wondering if she will be adding tips for Cricut users. I'm struggling with getting them to line up with the 8x8 printed papers. Well, darling, let me tell you. First of all, for those of you who do not know what the new SVG files are all about in my shop, all about embellishments. If you're having trouble cutting your embellishments, Christine, I will get to your question in a minute. If you're having trouble cutting out your embellishments, let me show you what this is all about. So you have all seen how amazing my embellishments look, right? Right, absolutely amazing. The detail in these are gorgeous. Jane creates a file for every single element in it that you can now purchase. It's an SVG file that you can open up on your Cricut, on your Silhouette, and on your Scan and Cut. Those are the three that we support in terms of how we know how to use. Oh, and the Juliet. All right. And I say we, but I mean Jane. All right. Look at this, guys. How gorgeous. This one is definitely a showstopper here. This is something to see right here. Look at this, the way this embellishment is cut. Look at this one. So this file, what it does, it's you're not buying embellishments, okay? You're going to buy, let's say if you get the file for, let's look at the file. Let's look at it, right? All right, guys, so here we are in my shop, and you'll see that featured items, we have all of these new digital paper collection embellishment cut files. All right, these are SVG files. Cut files, some of you may read this as a Cricut file. All right, but it's an SVG file, and what you're getting, and I'm just going to click on one just to give you an example. What you're getting is the outline file that Jane created. This is just an example, all right? The outline file that Jane created for every single image in your embellishments, all right? And what you do with this file is you scan, let's say if you were scanning, right? If you're scanning your images, you place this over your images and you click and drag until you get the right fit. Okay, so I have a better example for you. So when you buy a digital collection or a paper collection, let's say this is one of the embellishment sheets, right? And I can show you a perfect example of that. So here is the Savannah Wild Kingdom paper collection, and I'm not going to go through the whole process. I just want to show you what you are purchasing. All right, so let me find that embellishment sheet very quickly. You know, I should have been more prepared, right? But, you know, it wouldn't be a paper phenomenon video if I was prepared. Well, here's the embellishment sheet here, right here. So you would scan this if you have the hard copy. If you have the digital, you would have it here on the screen. All right, so let's go to that very quickly. You would have it here on the, let me get out of that, on the screen like this. So when you buy one of the cut files, which is an SVG file, you would be purchasing this. And this you would open up in your software, right? Whether you're using Cricut, Silhouette, or Scan and Cut. The Scan and Cut. You would only use a Scan and Cut, right, if you're scanning these images, if you have the hard copy, or the digital. Anyway, you get this file of silhouettes and or these outlines that you would then move over onto your digital file or your, oh, I closed out of it. How wonderful. Hang on. That you would move onto your digital file. You will click and drag until you get that perfect outline, and then you cut. There are instructions in the project folder for every single purchase on how to do these things, how to perform these tasks. There is an instructional video on how to do these tasks. And I asked Jane, in answer to your question, my darling, if she can add something on getting that 8x8 lined up just perfectly, and she said yes. So she's going to go ahead and add another blurb on getting the 8x8 to line up exactly the way you want it to line up. And as always, if you have any questions, my friends, any questions, you can always email us at info@paperphenomenon.com. Now, I do want to stress that you must know your machine. All right, we are not going to give you support on how to use your Cricut or how to use your Silhouette. You have to know how to use your machine in order to purchase these files. All right, that is the most important thing. And let me just show you one more time, being that I closed that file out. So here again, what you're purchasing is the outline image, the files that Jane created that outlines every single image in that particular paper collection that will allow you to cut gorgeous embellishments like this right here without all of the hassle, without any of that. All right. And you guys with a Scan and Cut know exactly what I'm talking about without the hassle. You see these white, these little teeny spaces right here, how perfectly cut those are. This is what you get when you buy these files. And yes, Jane was super generous enough to let me include this in our 60% off Black Friday sale. So not all of the collections are up there yet, but they will be. They will be, and hopefully we'll get them all up there by the 60% off sale so that you can pick those up. All right, and as always, if you have any questions, just simply send us an email to info@paperphenomenon.com and we will get right back to you. All right, let's move on to the next question. CJ Scrapper asks, "Hi Kathy, I love all things travel, but especially cruising. I've been on 20 plus cruises and need to get them all into an album or albums." I'm so glad you said that because you're not going to get them all into one album. "I would love a cruise paper collection, pretty please, with sugar on top. What do you think? Is it a possibility?" It is a very high possibility. Are you telling me, darling? Are you telling me that you don't want to use the Titanic paper collection for your cruises? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The possibility is very high, but what I will tell you is it will be in 2025 because we're working on all of the collections for the 2025 moving parts. So we'll slip it in somewhere in there. All right. But that's a great suggestion. Everybody loves cruises, so why, including myself. So why not? So, my friends, I am going to wrap it up with this. And listen, I cannot stress enough how important it is that you guys also know that Moving Parts 2025 Special Purchase Bundle is available right now. Lots of people want to know when it's going to be over, and I'm going to let you know, give you an exact date right here, right now, because I'm about to release the January collection. So I'm going to end the sale on oh my gosh, December 6th for the bundle. And then I'm going to offer everything a la carte. For those of you who've been wanting the a la carte, you will have it a la carte. You know what? Let's say December 7th. December 7th, the sale, not the sale, the special bundle will be gone, and then everything will be a la carte. What do you get with the special bundle? You get the paper collections. Everything you see in this little screenshot right here, you get 12 brand new digital paper collections, you get 12 brand new page folios, and you get bonuses. You get the storage box and the 11 by 11 cutting guide. All right, all of this goes away once the a la carte is available. All right, once the a la carte is available, you buy the folios separately, the paper collections separately, and the 11 by 11 is separate, and the box is separate. This is the one and only opportunity you get to buy everything at one rock bottom price. All right, and make sure you look out for video part 2 because I've got quite a few more questions to answer. All right, I just didn't want to make this too long. Thank you all for submitting your questions and for spending some of your crafty time here with me on Paper Phenomenon. Look out for video part 2.